Effective coaching requires bravery. Here's why. This is the Coaching Hub. I'm Ruth Kudzi. If you want to be a great coach, you need to let go of something right now. That need to be always liked. So I remember when I was young, somebody close to me saying, I always love you, but sometimes I don't like you. And I thought, this is the same as what you want your clients. Sometimes you are going to get your clients to go places that are going to be uncomfortable. So it doesn't mean that they don't like you, but actually it's about them doing the work. Our role as a coach is not to collude. It's not to be their friend. It is to support them to make better decisions, grow professionally and personally, and create these thinking environments. And that means that there'll be challenge. That means that sometimes it'll be hard. That means that sometimes your client might be a little bit resentful, irritated, annoyed by you. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. As long as, your relationship is built on trust and safety, respect, you've got unconditional positive regard, and you build that relationship, at times they will feel this. I even know when I'm saying this, right now, I am a little bit resentful of my coach. Do you know why? He is making me do a lot of work. And if I'm honest, I prefer to sit on the sofa and watch TV rather than do these hard things. Of course I would. Our brain likes comfort. We all like comfort. Okay. So remembering that at times your client may be resistant. Your client will find things hard, and that's okay. So as a coach, our role is to challenge. So it's really easy to have lovely surface level conversations, but that isn't going to cut it. It's not going to change. We need to go deeper, but we need to balance depth and safety. So when I talked about that relationship, it's so key because our clients need to trust us to share and to go deeper. So actually building the relationship is so key. I love to have these things called intake sessions before I start coaching people, or have a slightly longer first session where I get to know the client. What are your preferences? Tell me a little bit about you. Actually building that relationship. I'm smiling because I really love football. And I have 2 kids that love football. And one of my clients was like, oh, I was at a football game the other day and I thought of you. And again, it's just a little connection point. I've got other clients who really love their dogs. I don't have a dog, but I like dogs. And so often they might send me little things about dogs, or I might send them something that I see about dogs. Again, just a little connection point. Because the more that we connect, the more that we build trust and safety, the more that we can challenge. Yeah. And actually, we want to help these people. We like these people. Our job is to help them to become more effective in what they do, to help them grow, to help them become who they want to become. So let's connect and then challenge. So when we're challenging, we don't always need to ask, but we need to sense if there's more, and we can explore. What else can you say? It feels like there might be something else here. I'm noticing this. What's going on? It seems. I like it seems because it feels less, I'm noticing feels a bit like a judgment. It seems like there's something else here. Helping our clients to spot patterns, bringing the other thing into the room. And one of the things that can really help with this is humour as well. So I remember quite a few years ago, it must be 2020, I was doing some coaching for my MCC. So to become a master certified coach, you have to send off recordings, they have to hit a certain standard. And I was coaching a client. And I remember coming into the space and quite early, I said, it seems like there's some anxiety here. What do you feel? And they said, no, I'm okay. And I was like, okay, it must be mine. And then we laughed. And the reason I'm sharing that is that laughter is such a great space. If you maybe push or you get something wrong, Laughter can be a reset. And there's actually research into executive coaching that when there is humour and laughter, it helps connection. Of course it does. So the reason I'm sharing is don't be afraid of getting things wrong. One of the things about master certified coaching is that there is this space where we are okay with getting it wrong. So it's okay to name something or to be curious about something or to explore something and not be right. And what a great space. Where else are we honoured for not always getting it right? So just that space of being okay in the not knowing, being okay in not always getting it right, being okay in exploring and not being there. So I would say embrace that mindset, embrace that you can get things wrong, embrace that it's not about your ego and you having to always be right, that actually sometimes you won't be. And when I'm training new coaches, sometimes people say, I always know what's right for people. And I'm like, that is a really interesting space, because actually, and they always change, by the way, because actually curiosity is one of those key things about coaching. Curiosity, connection, allows challenge. Being curious, but not attaching to that outcome. So when we're challenging, it's about those follow-up questions, those simple, what else? It's about silence. It's about helping our clients connect, those things that they've been saying. It's about listening over time, okay? I noticed that you've shared this a number of times. It feels like there's something else here. What is it? It's about being okay with sharing your intuition or hunches or shifts that you're noticing and being okay with getting it wrong. So really here, it's about you stepping into that space of curiosity, real curiosity. And real curiosity does not know the answer, but senses there might be something else. So this is it. Like, if we are curious, we can challenge. If we are really curious, then we ask better questions. If we are really curious, we give more space. But often curiosity is surface level. Like, we don't ask them, what does that really mean to you? How do you feel about that? And what else? And what else are you noticing here? We just let them go with that first thing. And I always think, often as well, don't know about you guys, someone will ask me a question and I'll be like, oh, okay. And they'll be like, oh. And when I'm talking, I'm a verbal processor. I talk to think. I notice other things. So even just that space can be absolutely brilliant for going deeper. And there is another thing that you see online, and I do think there's an element of truth in that you can only go as deep as you've gone yourself. And I think this is about our nervous system and our state. So often we avoid going deeper because we are scared of what might happen. What if they get upset? What if they... And so we're labeling, oh my gosh, some emotions should be avoided. I would say everything is welcome in the space. If by asking a question, it brings up an emotional response, that's great data for the client. If we did, by going deeper, uncover something that client needed to do extra work on, maybe they needed a therapist or a psychotherapist, has that served the client? Yes. But I would say clients only go as deep as they feel safe to go. So if you don't have trust and safety, you're not going to be able to do this. So doing your own work, being curious, but building that relationship will help you to challenge your clients. And what I'd love to know from you is, what is your favorite way or your most successful way of challenging clients? And of course, you can come and check us out at optimuscoachacademy.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.